Welcome back. All right, so tonight, as expected, the team that wears red and black won against the team that wears red and black. So, very nicely color coordinated series between the New Jersey Devils and the Carolina Hurricanes. And my lord, New Jersey's got to figure this out fast. Now, what's interesting is the score ends up being the same as it was after game one in round one. So, we kind of buried New Jersey before we should have in round one as well, especially after game two was also a 5-1 win. So for New Jersey, it's Schmid versus Anderson, and I think there is a question to be asked about who should start the next game. And I'll come back to that at the end of this. So no Meyer in the lineup for the New Jersey Devils. His absence was noticeable. So he hasn't had any points in the playoffs, but he has been physical. He has been out there throwing hits, and he has been prominent for New Jersey. So there's more to his game than points. He does get paid for the points, though. So Natchez has a sharp angle shot that saved. Early on, it looked like Carolina was shooting from all over the ice, as is their style. Good flow. Early on, the play is pretty even, although the shots wouldn't stay even for very long. Stepan fires one wide. Pesce fans on one. The Devils clear it out. Fast then fires one wide on a chance on a turnover. We then get a power play for the Devils. Ref, you suck was trucked out because it's early in the game. Why not? Get your pipes ready for round two and just chant for a while as a crowd. Early clears by the Canes. Then there's a shorthanded fast break for Aho. He was denied, but it turns it into a 4-on-4 for a minute and 5 seconds. Natchez has a shot blocked by Marino. That was going to go in. So that's all killed off. So if not for Marino, it would have been 1-0, but it's not. So no shots on either power play. The shots on net are 3-0 Carolina at 8.5 minutes. No shot attempts for the Devils 8.5 minutes into this. So to say they started slow would probably be a little bit of an understatement. Burns then has a shot that's caught and held. Jarvis has a tip shot go wide. Canes press at 9.5 minutes, and then on a face-off win, they score. At 9:41, it's Pesce from Stahl. So he blasts that one home on the face-off win. Jordan Stahl, a warrior in this one yet again for Carolina. Not a surprise. So the Canes, coming into this one, they were 3-0 and they score first. And all I thought looking at this is, are we going to see the Stahls versus the Stalls in the playoffs? First shot for the Devils happens with 7:45 left, and I'm being generous calling it a shot. It was from outside the zone. It just kind of bounces towards Anderson. And sadly, that is the only time New Jersey directed a puck at the net in this period and actually had it hit the goaltender. So Marino has a shot that's blocked as the Devils do get some pressure, but again, they don't get a shot. And then on a turnover created by Jarvis, he finishes it. He goes end-to-end. It's a fast break goal at 14:43. That brings the crowd to their feet, and this game's going, at least the crowd's going crazy. That was the 7th shot on net. The Devils, of course, one shot to that point. The Devils look to respond. Again, no shots. McLeod has a net drive chance. That's blocked out. The Canes clear it. Slavin to Natchez, near miss there. Then with 1:43 left, the Canes go back to the power play. Aho's denied on a net drive. Gostisbehere has a blast that's held, but it's 2-0 Carolina after the first period. Second period, the Devils finish the rest of that kill. Brat fans on one. The Canes clear, and at 1:55, during a press by the Canes, Kotkaniemi scores from Martinook and Fast, and that ends the night for Schmid. So Schmid comes out. He allows 3 goals on 11 shots, and Vanacek would go in the net. Then Fast to Kotkaniemi. There's a near miss there. Then there's a hit on Siegenthaler that draws cheers. Not long after, though, at 5:02, New Jersey gets on the board. It's a fast break goal by Bastian. Nice goal, too. McLeod and Wood with the assist there. That was only the first shot for New Jersey in that period. So it's only their second shot overall, and it goes in the net. So that would have to fill you with some kind of confidence. Devils press for another. There's a near miss for Palat. Stahl then has a hit on Hughes that draws some cheers. Jarvis fires one wide on a rush. The Canes press. There's a near miss for Tatar. The next chance for him is cleared. The Devils, their play picked up after that goal. Picked up by a lot. Canes press with 8.5 minutes left. Marino blocks. The shots are 5-3 for the Devils with 8 minutes left. So yeah, the Devils definitely getting some chances and some shots in that period. Delay game call. The Canes come out of that with the power play. There's a post for Natchez. The Canes cycle. Aho fires one wide. We get more cycling after that. Natchez has a shot that's held. That power play is killed off. And then the Devils get a turn on the power play. The Canes do not let them set up. In fact, the Devils trying to re-enter the zone, go offside. The Devils cycle. It's cleared out by the Canes. Then there's a clear by Drury that ends it, and there really was nothing happening on that power play for New Jersey. Really good penalty kill, and that was the end of the power plays for New Jersey. Graves fires one wide. Stepan has a rush chance that's held. Aho then has a blast that's blocked as the Canes press with a minute and a half left. Hischier has a net drive that's saved, and the Canes press to close it. So after 2 periods, the score is 3-1 in favor of Carolina, and there's not really any doubt about Carolina winning this at that point because they're stifling anything New Jersey's trying to do out there. So third period, line shuffling by the Devils. Lindy Ruff had to do something, so he loads up the top line. Hamilton has a shot that's saved. The rebound's cleared. Stahl then has a net drive. That's held. Lots of early whistles in that third period. Pretty disjointed at that stage. Tatar to Hischier ends up getting picked off. Jarvis has a net drive. That's defended. The shots are 3-2 for the Canes at 4 minutes. Graves has a net feed. That's sent wide. Things get pushy on a hold by Vanacek. A little bit of emotion in this. One thing about New Jersey is we saw this in the series against the Rangers. They don't really get into that. They don't get into all the pushing and shoving after the whistles that other teams seem to come playoff time. Hughes then has a rush chance that's caught and held. The Devils press at 6.5 minutes. They're kept to the outside, as is Carolina's MO. Then there's a crossbar for Hamilton as the Devils press. The shots are 6-4 Devils at 8.5 minutes. It's bend, don't break defense by the Canes. Wood has a shot that's saved. There's more pressure by the Devils. Bratt can't bury one in close. And then against the flow of play, Carolina scores again. It is Shea. It's a one-timer top shelf. Aho and Nason with the assists at 10-17. Great pass to set that up. And so that makes it 4-1. Just takes any tension that might have been in this game out of it. Hughes to Hischier, near miss there is, again, the Devils have everything loaded up. They just couldn't get to the net enough. Goalie pull takes place with 4:15 left, with 3:41 left. The Canes guilty of an icing, and then they would score not long after. It's an empty netter. It's fast from Martinook and Stahl at 16:44. For Fast, it's a goal to go with an assist. For Martinook, it's 2 assists. For Stahl, it's a couple of assists. And this was one of the most complete games I've seen in the playoffs. Carolina, from minute 1 through minute 60, controlled most of it. And it's the same score again as games 1 and 2 between New Jersey and the Rangers. The Rangers won both of those 5-1, and then 4 out of 5 from there were won by the Devils. So the Devils aren't out of this by any stretch. Game 1 winners in the last round, only 2 of the 8 ended up winning the series. So your 3 stars in this one, Pesce, Martinook, and Anderson. Anderson being in the 3 stars kind of surprises me because Martinook's right there with a couple of assists, Fast with a goal and an assist. I'm a little bit surprised Stahl's not in the 3 stars, to be honest. Shots on net, 10-1 Carolina in the first, 9-6 for New Jersey in the second, 9-7 New Jersey in the third. Final shots are 23-19 for Carolina. Very low scoring, low opportunity in the look at the shots, and yet the score is 5-1. Power plays 0 for 2 for New Jersey, 0 for 3 for Carolina. These power plays struggled against one another during the regular season as well. Hits 37-32 Carolina, so physical game. Schmid saves 8 out of 11. Vanacek saved 10 out of 11. I think you go with Vanacek in game 2. I think you do, and you cross your fingers and hope. Anderson, 18 saves on 19 shots. That being said, Schmid, of course, had a rough night against the Rangers and then had a shutout in the next game. So we'll see what Lindy Ruff does. But Carolina, they had a game plan. They executed it to darn near perfection tonight. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.